In this lecture, we learn how to create our first React app. So after creating the React app, we will understand the basic syntax of React. Then we will write our first React program here. So first of all, I go to the official website of React.js. Here, they have given all the commands on how to create a React app. You can see it from here and can follow me as well. Alright, so let's move to our code editor. Okay, so here I made a folder. You need to make your folder as well, anywhere you want to create your React app. After creating it, you can open your terminal by clicking here. After opening the terminal, we'll write this. So npx create React app first application. This is a command from which the React app can be created. So we'll write npx create React app. After writing it, you can write any name for your React app. So it's up to you when it comes to the name that you want to give. Alright, so since this is our first React app, that's why we're naming it like this, first application. Okay? After writing this, we'll press enter, and then our app creation will start. This may take some time depending on the processor you're using. So we'll wait for a while, like let's wait a little bit. And now our React application has been created. Great job. Alright, so after the creation, you can see that some folders have been created on this side, but you do not need to panic as this React app works in this way. So that's how it works basically, just don't panic, it's normal what you see in front of you. When you create a React app, some folders and files are created by default as well. So there are some of the files. There are some of the files which are unnecessary, of course, and we don't need them, so we'll remove them. Alright, so there is a process of removing them, which is called cleanup. It's called the cleanup process. Before doing the cleanup process, let me show you how to start your React app. So let's see how it looks like. Let's see how the app looks like. Okay, so here they've given us two more commands, and we'll use them as well. So basically, we have to move to the directory with the name we've given to our React application. Its name was first application. We'll move to the directory. And to move towards the directory, we use the command cd. We'll write cd first application. Now we have moved to this directory. Now we have to write npm start. Then our React application will start. So here, the development server is getting started, and it will take a few seconds. Okay, so now our application has been started. This application is running on localhost colon 3000 by default. Now you can see that there are lots of files and folders, and there is some content in them as well. So let me teach you the syntax. Basically, the React app it works in a hierarchical manner. So first, there is a parent, and then it has some children, and the children keeps on forming till, till we need it to be forming. Like, till we want it to be. Like, how far we gonna go with the tree structure, it's really up to us. So these children can be components, functions, or anything like that. But the parent is always just one. It comes once. We just have one parent in the React application. Alright, so the index.html file in the public folder is the parent in the React application. And you do not have to use this file. So this is the parent. This single div is always the parent in the React application. And after that, there are different files like app.js and others that you can see. But the index.html file is always the parent. And you guys should not touch it. Alright, so now you can see that our application is running. It means that our application has been created. Okay, so it's showing by default due to this file. But we don't need all of this in our application. We will design our application by ourselves. So to remove it, we'll use the cleanup process. That's the process that we'll follow. You need to follow me so as to, like, if you want to know which ones are the files that I'm removing from my application, pay attention to what I'm doing and just try to follow through. Alright, so I'm removing from the application things like setup, tests, and other files that we do not need. So we'll delete them. Now our files have been removed, so some errors are appearing after deleting the files. So we'll delete it as well. Basically, it is a component or function. So we'll learn how all of this work in the next lectures. So we are removing it as well. So after removing it, we're getting more errors. You don't need to be worried about that for now. We'll deal with the errors and we'll figure out the solution. So we don't need this content too, so we're removing it. We want to start from 0. So as you can see, the files which have been removed, we have to remove their content as well from different places. It's not enough just to remove it like this. We have also to remove their content as well. So I'm finding that from the error it's showing me. Okay, so since we deleted the files, we need to remove the content from everywhere. If we do not remove the content, it will create some problems later on. So now our cleanup process is completed. You can see that in the beginning we had a lot of files and folders, and now we only have a few remaining. So that's great. It's much more, like structured and clean. It's way more clean like this and organized. Yeah, like before it was a total mess. Alright, so we'll start from 0 now. I'll try to explain every single concept and everything that I'm doing, like step by step. Okay, first of all, we'll talk about the Node modules. The Node modules are the packages you install through npm. Their dependencies are stored in this folder. For example, if you install Bootstrap, then its dependencies will be stored here. If you install Font Awesome through npm, then it will store here as well. It will be stored here as well. So after that, we have the package.json. The files I'm telling you about, like the files I'm telling you, I'm talking about, need not to be touched. Like these files that I'm referring to now need not to be touched. They are very important. Like these files are very important files, and without these files, your app cannot run. So please do not touch them. Do not delete them. Keep them as is. Alright, so in the package.json, the metadata of your application are stored here. For example, your app's name, version, dependencies, scripts are stored in these files. You don't need to learn about this file as it's not important, but you don't have to delete it neither. So yeah, don't delete it. Just keep it as is. This is a parent root, so everything starts from here. After that, we come to sources, like index.js. This file is very important because from here, it's rendering. So render basically displays the content of the application on the browser. Okay, so I'm removing this as we don't need it for now. I'm simply telling you about the React DOM random function. So let me tell you in some simple words how this function works. Okay, let me display, like we are displaying here, hello. So these are two parameters in the render method. One parameter is that you want to display, and the second one is where you want it to display. Okay, so I told you that the root is the parent. Obviously, whatever will be displayed will do so in relation to the parent. So root is our parent, and render is basically what is displaying on the browser. So we're displaying this here. We have to display hello here at the parent position. Okay, so we can see the result after saving it on the browser. Okay, so this is how it works basically. We'll discuss it in detail as we move on. Alright, so this is our first step to create our first React application. We We wrote our program, so we created our first program. So officially, you have made your first React application. Congrats! And now on to the next lecture.